presentar. Good afternoon, my people. Hello, my peoples. Bud Piles, big hug, brothers. Hope you're doing well. Alright, sorry. We're gonna go shopping, guys. Quick shopping. And a little walk. Welcome, my great friend. Good to see you. Abrazos, amigo. Me envía el suelo, amigo. Oh my god, it's getting cold, guys. Jeez, fuck, guys, this is very cold. Disfruta, amigo. Aquí hay mucho frío. Hola, hola ahí. The sun has set already. It's almost setting. Tonight I may be going for a night hike. I'm still not sure. Te envío muchas nubes. Tienes de detectar al fin del día, inicio de la noche. Yo detecto a la noche aquí. Tiene un amigo que me ayuda, mas ellos no tiene podido vir conmigo. Hello, everybody. Use your body. Everybody, use your body. Sí, yo también. A mayoría es solo. A lot of people here today.
Só posso fazer.
É por cartão.
Eu faço hoje anos. Vocês mandaram uma mensagem a dizer que tinha uma surpresa. Sim.
Normalmente a mensagem que eles enviam é dizer que o cliente tem direito a 25% de desconto em cartão sobre
Ai, que bom.
bolo de aniversário e champanhe.
Pronto, esqueço. Eu digo. Não, é que eu fiquei curiosa a saber qual era a
Normalmente eles enviam
surpresa.
sempre à segunda-feira da semana que o cliente faz anos, mas já agora parabéns.
Parabéns, minha senhora.
Olha, para si também, tudo bom?
Muito obrigado.
Mas isto é tudo propaganda enganosa.
Pois.
Só que isso,
Olha,
eles
minha
mandaram.
senhora, então,
Ninguém.
é o seguinte, sabe que eles normalmente, a propaganda deles é sempre têm de gastar dinheiro para receber um presente. Se precisar, está bem?
Especialidade da ortopedia.
É
Osteopatia.
osteopatia, se precisar. E diga que me encontrou aqui, porque eu faço um preço especial de 20 euros, se precisar, está bem?
O consultório.
É ali por cima do Mário Luz. Conhece o Mário
Como é
Luz?
que vocês sabem?
João Pereira. Eu sou osteopata.
O senhor é osteopata?
Sim, tirei o curso em Inglaterra. Eu não tirei o
Eu
curso
sei, eu
cá,
sou
foi em
medicinas
Inglaterra.
alternativas.
Sim.
Eu sei que já foi uma vez ao osteopata.
E é caríssimo.
Pois é, depois não é como participar, porque são medicinas alternativas.
Por isso é que eu faço os. Por isso é que eu baixo.
Não, ninguém lá vai, não é?
Menos.
Olha, diga-me uma
Vão
coisa.
só uma ou duas vezes.
Pois, olha, você que é tão querido, diga-me uma coisa, você tem alguma coisa para dizer, as artroses, isto é um problema. Eu não consigo isto, já fui para a fisio, eu não sei vezes quanto.
Mas que é dobrá-lo? Ou ainda está inchado?
Então, porque está sempre dói, porque como é que se chama? A articulação.
Há umas ervas que pode usar para reduzir a inflamação. Aí.
De resto,
Há umas massagenzinhas que pode usar aquela mão para massajar nesta mão.
isso eu costumo ir à massagista, ela faz.
Eu faço isso também, se precisar.
Quanto é que você leva para fazer essas coisas?
É 20 por uma hora.
Há uma hora, muito tempo, ela normalmente leva 25 minutos e
Eu é 20 por uma hora.
olha,
E
gostei
eu
muito de
dou-lhe
conhecer.
assim uma boa atenção. E dou-lhe trabalho para fazer em casa. Agora lembre-se, se não fizer o trabalho de casa não melhora. O trabalho de casa é tão ou mais importante quanto o
Sei,
trabalho.
manutenção. Mas o problema que eu sei é que as mulheres quando chegam a casa são domésticas, são não sei o que, não fazem nada. Quer dizer,
E é
não há
muitos
tempo para
anos a
nós.
trabalhar. Percebe?
São 40 e tal.
Olha, já que não foge dos problemas, já que pode remediá-los um bocadinho. E eu posso dar uns conselhos também, está bem?
Não, depois eu estou mais calmo.
Se não quiser marcar,
o marido está à
ligue-me e eu
espera.
dou-lhe. Se não quiser marcar, ligue, que eu dou-lhe aconselhamento de algumas ervas para meter aí. Porque é o seguinte, há tratamentos
São os
naturais.
anti-inflamatórios, só que dão conta do estômago.
Pois é, tem de usar as ervinhas naturais, tipo tomilho, rosmaninho, alecrim. Isso é tudo ervas. Meta tipo coisa com água e meta um paninho molhado e o paninho depois embrulho no dedo. Tem que fazer isso pelo menos para aí 2 ou 3 vezes por semana. Está bem? À noite. As melhores. Okay guys, sorry about that. I find patients here. I'm gonna have to buy something. Eu acho que tinha smoking que é destas. Dê-me uma das mãos então.
tarde.
Boa tarde.
Já está. Quer até lá?
Não, muito obrigado, boa tarde. Guys, I just found some patients and I'm always giving out cards. Danny, good to see you, brother. Morning. Okay guys, so we're gonna go back the same way because that other way it's too cold for me. The wind tunnels, you know, lots of cars passing by and it's very cold. Look, these are the kids leaving the school. Can you see? Danny, brother, hope you're doing good. Talca, yo solo detecto a la noche aquí porque es ilegal detectar en terreno público. So basically, guys, we cannot detect during the day because if the cops catch us, they may fine us, and if we detect at night, I never saw people at night when I was hiking or detecting. If I'm not sure tonight if I'm gonna go hiking or not. I'm still unsure because if I'm not going alone, I need to check if my friends are coming as well. Okay, guys. So when I was in the supermarket, I saw some people that I knew already from before, and I was trying not to look at them. Weird, guys, very weird. And I saw at least 2 or 3 people that I knew a long time ago, and I didn't really want to say anything. So everything went well, thankfully, guys. Oh damn, my wife called me. Okay, sorry guys about this. It was my wife calling me. So guys, we had the cable guy today, and everything's good. We have a new connection, and everything's hunky-dory. Do you want a quick no, we're not going over there. I was saying if you guys wanted a quick can you see the house that I was talking to you guys? Guys, look. This is a lot with 13,400 meters. And it's been for sale for a while. It's not very easy to sell, guys. It's a very nice house. And the entrance is not that big, but it's big. Can you see? Okay guys, so I'm not gonna get my kids today again. They are going to, my wife's catching them. So guys, we're gonna go home and maybe do a UFO story. Please guys, if you have any UFO stories that happened to you or someone close to you that you trust, please let me know. I would like to make an interview. Okay guys? Okay guys, so we have good news. So this walk we just had, I just had one patient going to call me next week for a consultation. So very good news, guys. Just wait a sec. Wonderful, guys. Oh, I just forgot. I forgot something, guys. Guys, we're home. A little bit of the garden. Sorry about the shaking. Gerald, great to see you, brother. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, brother. I can turn you green. Very good to see you, Gerald. I'm just in, brother. Just in. How are you doing, my awesome brother? Very good to see you, Gerald. You know I like you and your wife very much. Dorset, hello. Good to see you. Awesome. Photos. Awesome, sister. Great to see you. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. So, guys, I just arrived from my daily walk. And I got good news. I got my osteopathy cards delivered, and I'm having a patient on next week. She said she was gonna call me, so it was very productive this walk, guys. And this patient, I haven't seen her for some good months, so it's looking good. Saturday, I also have a patient, so things are getting better. Work is starting to slowly come by. And that's what we need, guys. We need to keep busy, because I love to do my hikes, guys, but I also like to help people and work. You know, work is important. So it's almost dusk, maybe in about half an hour. It's been raining. It's a bit cold. How is the weather, guys, over there? Photos. So, oh yes, photos. You know Danny. He's an internet machine. He's the link master. Photos. You didn't know? Yes, he's the Bigfoot guy. Dorset as well here, brother. As well here. The weather is very bleak. But we need some bleakness as well, guys. It cannot be always summer. Like for Talca detector, that is very warm in Chile now. Wonderful. He's part of the family, photos. He's part of the Bigfoot community. At least the Bigfoot community that I know. Yes, exactly. It's easier to go. But Dorset, I can't stand my wet hands and wet feet. That's why I rarely detect on the rain. But I see what you mean. Gratefully, Gerald, there's no snow. But don't worry, the snow is coming, Gerald. I'm sure it's coming. Okay, so we're gonna have a mishta. It's a ham and cheese sandwich. So that I get, I just had coffee, so it's gonna help me. Okay, photos, I'll let him know. Photos, you know, Danny's got a few channels. It's Daily Dan Blog, Danny Stanton, and he's got his doggies channel as well. He's a funny guy, isn't he, photos? Yes, I like Danny. He's helped us a lot with, he's a very good link master. You know, we've had some things, but nothing personal. And we managed to yeah, he's got a good personality. So sometimes, you know, it's normal. People with personality clash with each other sometimes. It's just a way to know each other better. but he's a good guy. I like him. Bless Danny, and please bless Danny to reach his 10K subscribers. It's still a way to go, but you know, it happens, guys. I've seen people gaining 1,000 subscribers in one night, in one live show. So Danny just has to, you know, catch the people that enjoy his things, just like us, guys. We have to catch our audience, you know, people like us that have the same interests, like the sky watching family. I really enjoy photos, the sky watching family. The Bigfoot family, I really enjoy too. We got the UFO family. We try to keep them all together, but sometimes it's not possible. And we have the Treasure family, the Mayor Treasure family. I love Mayor. He's really awesome. But I do like everyone. I forgot to give a shout out yesterday. I wanted to thank everybody for reaching the 400 subscribers. But guys, you're gonna find this so funny. I reached the 406 subscribers, and the next day I went to check and I was back to 384 subscribers. But that night I was able to retrieve a few subscribers that I was subscribed to. So I'm up to 386, I think. But I think this is the YouTube scrambling our numbers, guys, taking our subscribers away because I haven't commented on anyone. Because I maybe have got too many subscribers in one day, and because yeah, exactly, it's up and down. I think they must not count it, or they will count it on the next one, or maybe YouTube just took some subscribers away. So if we think about it, it was about 21 or 22 subscribers that went down from 406 to 384. But I gained a few back. I think I got Swifty and I got Mr. Minix back. And I wanted to give a shout out to someone that I also was with you, Dorset, yesterday. It was yeah. So I basically don't. I'm not taking much care for the numbers. You know, I'm just saying that's what I viewed. I didn't go to studio yet, guys, but I just noticed that. And so basically, I did a video thanking everybody for the 400. So possibly, guys. And what happened? I was in 380, and I went to Buddy Biggs. I went to his live yesterday or the day before, and he said he was gonna do a giveaway at night. And so I joined him at night, and he did a good shout out. I got some. I subscribed some people I haven't subscribed yet, and I think I wanted to give a good shout out to Buddy Biggs, my awesome brother, for that little push to the end. BJ's, good to see you, brother. Awesome to see you yesterday at Swifties. Am I right, brother? I also wanted to make a shout out to Swifties for his subscription yesterday and for giving me a wrench. Thank you very much. And please do connect with each other, guys. I do like the Treasure family and the Skywatch family. I've got to tell you because of our awesome friend Carlos Skywatcher. He's a very good friend of mine, and he's here from Portugal. And he's introduced me to some nice one, face big brother. Big shout out to Johnny Small Peppers. Love him, guys. You should please join us someday at Johnny Small Peppers. So basically, I was yesterday as well. I was at T Reps, and I wanted to say a shout out to T Rep as well because he's a coin roller, and I do like. I find it very calming to watch the coins rolling, guys. And you have an awesome community, guys. I really enjoy you guys. A lot of people. It's taking time to know everybody. We cannot rush anything, guys. You understand me? We gotta go slowly because if we go too quick, then this stuff happens with YouTube. We get subscriptions and they take us away because we forget to comment or whatever. I've got a lot of people subscribed and I haven't gone to their lives yet. But please be patient. We have time. Of course, we will give priorities sometimes to some people over others, but it's not that we like them more than others. It's just that it's where we're going, and where we're going, we give some shout outs. But please, guys, don't feel I'm forgetting anyone because sometimes we just it's a lot of people, guys. And imagine when if I reach like 1,000 or whatever, it's gonna be even more people. So, and I'm already late on my answering my comments. So please, guys, if I haven't answered any comments, don't think I'm doing on purpose, guys. I've just it takes a little bit of time, guys. Either way, I wanted to thank everybody who's been coming to my lives, guys. I may be doing a hike tonight to find some treasures on some wood areas, and I'm still not sure if I'm going. I'm still not sure, guys, if I'm going or if I'm going alone. But because I just did a live yesterday, and yesterday was one of my best lives, guys. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but yesterday was Face. I will subscribe. Oh, it's your subscription. Oh, I'm subscribed to you, brother. So basically, guys, I was trying to say that yesterday was for me one of my best lives, guys. It was truly amazing. I had a wonderful, wonderful time. It was so complete, guys. I did. Good morning, Big Chief. Awesome, brother. Good to see you. So it was so complete yesterday, guys. I ride my bike. The ground was very soft. I did some hiking. I just didn't do detecting, guys. I just didn't do detecting. But I'm gonna start taking my pinpointer with me, guys. Oh, look who's in now, guys. Anita, I'm gonna say hello. So guys, I'm gonna eat this sandwich. Then we're gonna do a UFO story, okay? Another chapter. Let's try because my kids and my wife they will arriving very soon.
All right.
Hi,
It
Homestead.
says,
Good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well.
Kansas prepared
Guys, look at the chocolates
for
I have
first
here. Look.
winter storm of 2024. Winter storm should drop several inches of snow on Kansas beginning Thursday night.
Buddy Biggs, great to see you, brother.
The all snow with little
I just did a
snow
shout out to you, brother.
and the wind
Thank you very much.
should remain light, which will erase the chances of significant blowing and drifting. Travel will be impacted Thursday.
I tell you, when I saw Buddy the first time,
Friday morning.
I had to be his friend.
Foggy weather is a concern Thursday morning.
When you choose names like these, you just know you're gonna be people are gonna swarm to you because it's a very caring name, you know.
Just says we don't know how much snow will
And
fall.
catchy,
It doesn't say a lot.
very catchy. Okay, I'm just saying hello to Jamie. He's at Anita's.
Much of the area will be looking at snow and wind, which could create blizzard-like conditions.
Okay, so I didn't know Anita was going live, guys.
Afternoon through Tuesday morning next week. Yeah, and they're very vague. 2 to 4 inches. That's not mean.
Okay, guys, so let's start with the UFO story. So let's get it over with.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello,
Hi,
sister.
Hueco. No, wait.
Please do subscribe, guys, between each other. Midwest is our part of our awesome family of the Bigfoot community, but he does a lot of sky watching as well, and he does like UFOs, guys. Okay, so guys, we're gonna start with this is Mystery of the UFO, Jack Perrin, Chapter 20. A beam of mysterious light causes an atrocious death. Okay, guys, so this is not going to be very fun, okay? This one is going to be a harsh one, guys, but we need a little bit of a real deal, guys. Okay, so this story is told by Professor Felipe Machado Carrion. And he's the author of various books. And he's the president of the Investigative of Unknown Non-Identified Objects in Brazil, in the Gaúcho country of Porto Alegre. He's professor of cosmology. Griff, good to see you. in the College of Giulio de Castillo's. It's a big college. He has other books written, such as The Incident at the Black Lake. Um, okay, he's got a few reports. We just had the honor of being given, and we're very thankful for being the first to publish this case worldwide. And it relates to an incident in Brazil that ended in a tragic death we can qualify as atrocious and terrible. A death that you can put it at the limits of the comprehensible. Big hugs, Buddy Biggs. Please connect with everybody before you leave, and I'll leave another shout out at the end so people will subscribe. Great to see you, brother, and I'll see you on the next one, okay?
We're expecting to get a bit of snow Saturday.
September of the year, that is the current year, um,
Are you so cute?
we had, we it got to our awareness that there was a kidnapping that we're gonna talk. It was told by a very special and particular person, and a talk of a person that was a dentist surgeon. The doctor explained us why only after a few months he could have finished the report.
Ice fishing up there on the 18th, 20th, and hoping to meet Colt while there.
Okay, so and this report goes as follows. Corey's Magnet Adventures, big hug, brother. Okay, so this incident happened on a Tuesday on the month of Carnival of February of 1946.
Like the center line, if I can see the line, but if it's
And it happened on the 5th of March on 1946. So 5th of March is the date they are more sure of. And it happened in a village in São Paulo, Brazil. The village is called Village of Araciguama.
but I'll see you later, okay?
This person was John. His name was John. He was Brazilian, and he was married, and he was a farmer, and he was also selling. He was in commercialization with food, agriculture, and he lived there. He was 40 years old, and he was very physically robust and very good in his health. He was interrogated. By now, he was 64. And another main witness, which at the time was 39. So these were the two, and he was a guard working as a fiscalization officer for the police. He had knowledge of certain diseases that he worked with people that he was living with or he worked with. And every time he saw somebody sick, he would be the one tending care to these peoples because there was no doctor on his village. So eventually he became working for for the county kind of um, the municipal prefecture, the municipal prefecture, and he worked with the money, received money from the
Yeah,
peoples.
when it hits the news, I gotta get up.
The main investigator was Dr. Irineo José da Silveira.
Can you sit on me all
Blah,
day?
blah. Okay, so let's go to the facts. It happened on the year of 1946 in that village, very close to the river Titi. This village was so poor that it still didn't have electrical light, imagine, guys, nor it had telephones. Just wait a second, guys. So it was missing light and telephones.
People are coming in buying a lot of non-alcoholic stuff too. So there's just like
It was very far away from the big centers, of the business centers of the little town, more closest town
doing
to
like
that village.
how like
So in its isolation, it was reduced to, let me see, sorry guys, to a small,
one time you guys all know
um,
it's so great.
not tar roads, It was kind of just land, with a few old houses and a historic church.
House. What?
It was very rustic area
Insurance does not paying for
and
that.
exclusively dedicated to agriculture, very primitive. Medicine, Bear Claw, good to see you. Thank you for coming, first timer. I'm an osteopath, sister. So awesome to have you, okay? I'm gonna turn you blue, okay?
Happy New Year. Gotta get back to work. Okay, bye. Hope you have a great day too.
This historic village,
That wasn't me.
was basically a little working
Okay.
area for the farmers. Um, but there was now an exception. At night,
On her perch up there.
there were some strange lights that would do some circles above the woods and the mountains in that region, which caused several opinions to start to become
I'm still in
a reason in the town center, guys.
over a
Um,
year ago seeing insurance.
so people were starting to talk.
Suing insurance. Oh, really?
Okay, I'm gonna turn it down. So it's Anita from the channel Mad Town Magnet Fishing. I'm gonna put it a little bit low. I like to have some background noise Midwest because I don't like to put TV on. So I'm weird. I'm weird Midwest.
I know. So cute.
So basically, they were starting to have some talks on that little village about this mysterious incident. On the Tuesday of Carnival,
Everything I see.
John had invited his friend Salvador, of 39 years old, which is still alive, to go fishing
Do nothing so far.
to the nearest river, the river Titi.
So I need to go.
And he asked his wife to go with the kids to assist to the carnival plays and that were gonna happen on the little town, and asked to leave just a little window a little bit open so that he could go in when he arrived. So these two friends spent the day fishing, very happy, and at 9 o'clock at the afternoon, they returned home under a broom, a small broom. I think it's a small foggy environment. No worries, Gerald. If you want to subscribe to her, she's called I'll say it again, Mad Town Magnet Fishing, and it's Anita. She's a very nice friend of us from the Detector Treasure community. Gerald, I actually would like to. Oh, she just went out, Gerald. I would like you actually, Gerald. You would like to do detector on your farm, brother. I really love that. I would love to see the findings you find there. Okay, guys. So Anita has just gone out. So I'm gonna put Jessica because I'm rewatching yesterday's show. It's almost finishing, guys. They were talking about dragons. Jessica cryptid huntress. She's an awesome friend. Everyone should watch her, guys. She's on my subscriptions. Okay, so let's continue. On the Tuesday of Carnival, they were fishing and they went home at 7 o'clock. Um, it wasn't stormy or anything, so it was maybe a little bit foggy, but they say they don't think it would be. Um, there weren't any thunderstorms or anything like that. Um, they separated on the way home on a bifurcation. Each of them went to each of their house, which was a bit distant from each other. Um, 1 hour later, one of them went running to his sister Maria's home, completely horrified, explaining and screaming in a confusing way that he tried to open his window and received from the outside of the window a silent beam of light from which he protected his eyes and naturally his head with both his hands. He fell on the ground. For some brief instants, he lost his consciousness. He stood up and he started running away, completely horrified of his experience. With apparently normal movements to the center of his village. He called his neighbor. They were immediately called, and he couldn't stop telling the story. Today, his neighbors called Joe Meady declares that he never stopped accompanying the man. His hair of the hair from his head to I, his hair, the head, his eyes, and his clothes. A short slaved shirt, a short shorts, no hat or shoes. His parts of his body were protected by his clothes. He didn't appear to have any burns or any other anomalies. His eyes were dilated with the surprise, and his voice was excited. A little bit after, the scene became horrible. The meat of this man became visible, just like it had been cooked in boiling water. After a lot of hours, they started to go to his eyes, falling a little bit to his jaw, and his chest and his arms. From his hands to his fingers, the lower part of his arms, from the feet to his knees. Some parts of his meat were hanging, guys, from the tendons, and the assistants didn't have the courage to take them off. Diz lindo. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a little break. Wait a second.
Tu não viste eu fazer assim,
Oh
não.
my god, now talk about a rabbit hole. Okay, a snake.
Mas a porta estava aberta.
Yeah.
Also, if you go back in
Oh,
literature and
Vicente,
read some of the
desculpa.
stories,
Vai estar fazendo
some
live.
of the literature of dragons, that some of them could talk, and we have that portrayed in movies, or some of them
Oh
actually.
yeah. Yeah, and they a lot of times they do telepathy. They use telepathy. Yeah, by means
Might,
of
might speak
Olha,
with the,
eu vou acabar ali
Bigfoot
rápido do
or
lado do seu
Sasquatch.
quarto,
I
tá?
mean,
yeah. I don't know. Well, and then we go into like
Okay, guys, we're gonna go to the room very quickly to finish the story, okay, guys? So wait a second. Please don't leave. Please don't go. Michelle, Dogman, awesome family. Love you guys. Occam's Razor. Good to see you, brother. Big hug.
And they're just
Okay, don't leave me. Don't leave me, guys.
like maybe some of these other criminals.
Please don't go.
Maybe we're the experiment.
Don't go.
Rabbit holes.
We are.
The story is still going.
probably end up going like a
Please
thousand
don't go.
productions off this show today.
We're gonna go to the room,
Keep
guys.
talking about some of this stuff.
Olha, já viste que a box é
because
diferente?
it's so fast. Like there's so many different
Só do quarto é que é
roads
igual.
on the road that we can take, and there's a lot to talk about, and a lot of more research that we can do
Okay,
on
guys,
this, and that's right.
we're now
Amory,
on
Amory
another
was
room.
saying, maybe we are.
I'm not
we're
gonna
all talking
divulge.
about revealing themselves. Holy cow! Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
I cannot divulge,
Earlier when I
guys,
said that I was 8-year-old,
but
I really like this timeline.
I'm gonna leave you
okay? Because
with
everything is just.
let me, oh, guys, I'm
okay? Like,
sorry.
it's almost like admitting it's real. Everybody's doing their research into it now. A lot of stuff was just here. It's not all mythology.
Okay, guys, let's go back to the story because I want to finish this.
This
One,
time that we're in,
two.
people are becoming open-minded.
Okay, 2 pages to go. I think we can do this quickly, guys.
They're trying to connect to their higher consciousness. Now all of a sudden, people are starting to look at these paintings and this literature and movies. And
Oh yeah, dog
Where's
man.
that been on that painting the whole time?
Okay, so basically, guys, this is becoming very creepy because the meat of this guy
Right.
is
And just
is
like the
hanging.
dragons, we're seeing
Very
all these
weird,
dragons
guys.
depicted in all these ancient medieval paintings. So it's like, have they been there the whole time, or is this a new timeline or showing
Oh
up
my
now?
God.
Or, I mean, how do you know? Because we never.
Oh my
we just
God,
kinda
this is
looked at
getting
them,
very
like, oh,
creepy,
that's nice.
guys.
We never really looked at them.
okay. So the meat was starting to become visible.
I never.
Uh,
I mean, I've read stuff, but I just feel like everything's
His
kind of
arms,
coming
his
to
hands, his
like
fingers, lower parts of
the
his
apex, is that the
legs.
word, or like a culmination.
A little bit
Yeah.
of a. I cannot say this. Okay, so didn't have courage to rip that away, guys.
I'm here for
After
it. I'm
it
so excited
deteriorated
about this. I'm having so much
for-
fun, and just exploring this. And I want
It
to
deteriorated a little bit, guys. And
It's like an eagle-headed lion.
o que foi?
Deer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eu gosto de ter sempre alguém. Eu gosto de ter alguém a falar ao lado, tipo, para ter uma voz.
They had, and I mean, we can go into the crack and like he said to Griffith, I mean, there's just so many things you can just look in and try to
Okay,
figure out.
guys. So afterwards, the nose and the
Absolutely. And
ears,
you know,
they got
I
loose and they fell to the
honestly didn't know
ground.
either. James,
Um,
never realized how many times in cultures had dragons.
they kind of slid to the rest of the body to the floor due to the
And
gravity,
they're
guys.
they're in every
So
almost
that
every
was
culture.
very creepy,
it's all
guys.
over.
Very creepy, guys. Just wait a second, guys.
Like you said, you go into the Aztecs, the Incas, and the Chinese, and the Vikings, and over in Norway, they have the Vikings, the serpents in the water. You go over the UK and Europe, what you call the old world, the dragons. I mean, it's everywhere in culture and literature.
Tu contar a história.
That's right. And I bet everybody that's watching and listening today
Okay,
is
guys.
going to be
So
noticing dragons more in their lives. I guarantee it.
the meats of this guy was starting to fall, and
How many times
it
dragons
was like a mutilation, guys, was happening.
Yes, absolutely.
The eyes
Yes,
were
John,
were
talk about the
getting
Mandela
away
effect,
from the
okay? We probably have a
orbits.
lot of Mandela effect
The
going on as
words
well,
that
especially
were
with certain
leaving
things
his
that
mouth
went on. I'm just
were
saying.
starting to become deformed.
I
So
was
the
told,
guy
I was
was
told to actually watch for
pretty
Mandela
much,
effect, after they turned
you
it
know,
on. I think that was last week or
being
something.
Oh,
broken
okay.
down,
Yeah,
guys.
who
Very
would say
weird.
that there's not large hadron
Um,
colliders all over the world being turned on
there were only
in different
sounds
times?
going
So
from. It was total
we're just jumping
confusion.
timelines. The best thing that we can
What it was
is
left
to
of
raise
the
our
body,
vibrational frequency, like you said,
it
Gary,
was
Yeah.
total
and to get on
confusion.
our highest timeline personally,
Um,
okay? And just to keep
it
striving
was
to
being
be the best version
decomposed.
of us we can be. And to
He had to
enjoy
be
the show, y'all.
carried
Enjoy
by
the show.
a horse,
You know, and since we're
horseback
Midwest Night Watchers and we
that
started
would take him
by
to the
looking
nearest
at the skies and the
hospital.
stars,
6 hours later, he came back
for Draco the dragon,
to the
constellation
town
in the sky.
with the cadaver because he
Yeah, that's
died
right.
on
There's
the way to the
Constellation.
hospital.
Constellation Draco.
Even
someone in the
his
chat
last
actually mentioned
moments
that
were
earlier
some
I saw.
guttural
And,
movements that
so
would finish
this is
next to his
amazing
teeth. Even his
information,
teeth were falling.
and I bet you guys, I don't know if you can see it on your
Um,
telescopes, but y'all have fantastic channels. Midwest Night
Because
Watchers
there
and
wasn't a medical
Shiro Sam
exam,
over on YouTube. Tell the audience about that, where they can find you guys.
because there
Quick
wasn't a
coming into the
medical
hour.
exam,
Unfortunately.
they really
Wow.
didn't.
That's fast, isn't it?
Your channel and
They
Okay.
couldn't.
Well, I
His
also run Midwest Night
orbit
Watchers and do a lot of the
certificate
videos and
was
doing my
signed by
high
many
vibrations in the
ignorant
backyard,
testimonies
bringing things in.
that
But I
said
also have
killed
my own
in
channel that
consequence
has my
of
musical instruments. I do
generalized
drums,
burns.
handpan, tongue
Such
drums,
words were
sometimes the
incapable
keyboard
of
and guitar. Just a
translating
wide variety of
the
instruments
atrocious death and
that I
unknown
just
to
gotta
our
upload a
science
video
of this
and
man, poor
just have
old
fun
man.
with. But I mainly
The
focus
symptoms
on Midwest
and
Night Watchers channel
the
and the
happenings
shows that we're
didn't
doing.
correspond to the lesions
Yeah.
that they were
Oh,
being
yeah.
reproduced, such as electricity
Oh,
or
yeah.
anything or
Heard that a
any
lot lately.
known reasons. The police did some research but didn't add anything to the death certificate. At the places where the police went, they didn't find any sorry guys, they didn't find any signs either outside or inside the house. However, we cannot exclude the hypothesis that it wasn't verified, because it wasn't verified, guys. And the presence of someone strange inside the house. We don't know if there was anyone inside.
That was a fun night. Talk about being
But if
silly.
there
We
was
were so
anyone
tired that we
inside,
had to
it wouldn't be from that
laugh
little
about
town,
stupid
they
stuff.
think.
It was a good show.
After this happening, the lights in the sky still happened at night in that little village. The lights, very interesting. They would leave interesting trails in the night sky. and everybody was
Yeah, you want
surprised.
me tomorrow
And
night? I'm going to be back here at
um,
8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. As it stands right now, I have our team.
okay, so basically he's going. This is not very interesting.
Handling this show. I have remote viewed a blind target for him. I believe we're calling it the Robot Grandma. Oh, it is so wild. You can only
Okay.
imagine the Robot
Okay, they're
Grandma.
asking sorry to us, for the readers, for posting such scary story and horrifying. Just wait a second, guys.
Something cheaper that people ordered a robot grandma to take care of the children.
No way. That's kind of what this is about. Okay?
Like a name.
Oh, it's gonna.
Okay, guys,
It's
so I'm
gonna
gonna have to.
okay, it's gonna be wonderful.
These,
So
you know,
y'all have
books.
to
They put a lot of
tomorrow
crap in the
night at 8
books.
p.m. Eastern,
They could summarize this much better, I think.
So, Daryl and Jane, thank you so much for being here. Man, I love it.
Okay, so basically they're saying sorry for the traumatic
Thank you.
incidents
Okay, well,
of this
we'll do it
case.
soon, okay? You guys have a wonderful day.
Blah,
Everybody
blah,
stay safe
blah.
out there. And remember to look up to the sky, watch for dragons. All right? Y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Bye, y'all.
Look it up.
Bye bye. See you tomorrow, Jessica. Okay, so guys, I just want to put something so that we have something to hear. Okay, I can put this here from yesterday night. They were also talking about Dragons SOR yesterday, guys. I really enjoyed the guy, the
how would we even get close? I don't think we're going to get that lucky again.
okay.
I think they figured out our technology. I really don't see us getting. Also in 2018.
Okay, guys. So basically, this story doesn't have anything interest other than this photo. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna show you here. Okay, guys. Okay, so this is the photo of what happened. He was getting in his the window at night, and he got hit by some light. He passed out and he died the next day. Terry, Carrie, good to see you, brother and sister. Really enjoy your presence, guys. Okay, so guys, basically this story is done. I'm very happy, guys. They're not talking about anything. We can do another case if you want, guys. 4, 5. Okay, this is a 5-page case, guys. I can do a little bit of a little case, guys, if you want. Do you want to let me know if you want me to do this case, guys? I'm a bit undecisive because the live today was already pretty good. And I don't need to do another story, guys. But if you guys want, I can do. This story is in I think it's in France.
Flying in circles over Marina Del Rey in a frantic manner. Like, my theory is they did have a VIP package in Chopper 3.
Okay.
They opened the cargo. Point Lagoon.
Argelia,
Flew
no.
out.
This is from Argelia, guys.
Maybe it was an energy weapon.
Just
They
check.
knocked it out. Was unconscious. When they opened that cargo, it flew out. And it
Oh, okay. So it's a case from. He's from Argelia.
Blackhawks were here.
Oh, I cannot believe this, guys. Okay, so you want me to do the case or not, guys? Do you want to hear another small case in France? I'll try to do a quick one for you guys. I'll try and do a quick one then, okay?
Recon us. They do it at about our aircraft. They want to know about anything.
Okay, guys, let's do this then.
Kites, earth drones, but all our aircraft are being recon. They don't operate on assumptions. They don't operate like, oh, we've seen this airliner yesterday, we don't need to recon. They don't.
Okay, so this case, guys,
That could be to our advantage because we could use their psychology to beat them. So they fly by very quickly.
this comes, I think it's from 1972.
All kind of data points, everything: noise, pollution, fuel, radio frequency, mass, speed, you name it, wind turbulence, and New Angels.
Okay, guys, so this case here seems to be one of those cases that they don't have much proof. And it seems to be one of those, Linda Moulton House, no proof at all business. So guys, I'm not sure if I can really, I'm gonna tell the story as well, either way, guys, but we're gonna have to, maybe trust completely what we're watching. Okay, guys.
15,000 sorties. At one point, it peaked when they sent 16 helicopters in at once. 16.
So basically, guys,
It was 12 Black Hawks. The police
this
department
was
and the fire department. 14.
okay.
14. And they all got tagged.
So this was 2 interviews that these people done to this man that was born in Argelia in 1940s, and he got into France, repatriated from Argelia. He got to France, repatriated, and on the 11th of May of 1940, oh sorry, he was born. He came back to France, and he worked on a transportation of ambulance business. He was also monitor of judo and karate.
They're doing a great job. Again, this is every day.
And after the accident that he had, he showed that he had very good reflexes and a very good domain of himself. He was also a motorcyclist driver.
I'll share the videos with you. I'll give you 10% of the videos. And I guarantee the safety of the camera.
4 minutes to go. Let's go to another question.
And he also won championship of motorcycling in France. So on the 10th of August of 1969, just 10 days before he completed his 29 years old,
but no, that's probably more like a UFO. Dragons, again, they're to escort and protect UFOs and then recon.
So on the 10th of August, he was transporting an old man which had died on his village, and so he accompanied this dead person and the wife and the brother of this man. During this journey to the hospital, this old man dies, and they talk with the wife, and they try to comfort her a little bit.
By the way, they don't operate for free, so they operate on electricity, so they give off plasma jets of electrons, so you can see.
But then they go back on the journey. On the next morning, on the 11th of August, at 5:25 in the morning, when the sun was rising, there was a star. He was driving on road with 3 lanes. He was totally on the right and completely deserted roads between Paris and Rouen. Suddenly he saw by the far a sort of a white mercury colored cloud that crossed very quickly their visual camp, their visual detections. And at the same time, by far, the ambulance was going very quickly by car. Suddenly, the cloud is on top of the ambulance. When he sees they are completely in front of them to try and cross the object, the ambulance goes to the left. This one, in perfect synchronizing, passes on the middle lane. Then Claude goes to the right lane again. Exactly at the same time, him and the other vehicle does the same thing.
Very true. Very true. We got 1 minute to go here. Maybe we can sneak in another question. Let's try from
Não
T-Bone.
sei, eu estou no
What do you
sofá
think
ou
their
está à
source
beira
of
da
speed
televisão.
is?
Um, so basically, this other car was mimicking the ambulance. Um, he says that the other car is in complete synchronization with his vehicle. And wherever this man tries to run away from the other car coming on this direction, the other car is doing exactly the same, but going on their direction. So, guys, this looks very, very horrendous as well, guys. Very strange. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking at the chat. Sorry, guys.
Great show tonight, Rob.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I'm doing my
Wonderful, guys.
Oh, you're doing great.
Please do
You're
connect.
doing absolutely great.
Happen, guys. It's
We got
almost
lots of
happening.
questions, man.
Um,
Oh,
the
we're gonna
the
have another
accident
Glover
even
alert
happens
here.
on the middle
So
lane,
there's Glover right
guys.
there. What does Phil say here?
On the
White,
last
White House.
drifting to try to avoid
Gray area.
hitting the other
Good on
vehicle.
you, weirdos. Oh, that's nice. Very high
I'm not
quality.
making any friends with that one.
He says it's a Citroen DS, and those Citroens that look like they are very like a wave, very old. I think that's the ones. I've had one for sale before of a friend, but nobody was behind the wheel. A few fractions of a second before the collision, he saw that there was a disc flying. This disc, guys. This is the disc. He says he watched. It was flying over them just a few seconds before they hit the other car.
He was in the Air Force 1948, 1952, Iceland. He was a
They
code
say
breaker.
that they said they saw on the sky
Pretty much every single code from the East Coast that
a round object of big dimensions
or Russia
with a luminosity
intercepted
white
by the
mercury
Air Force Base in Iceland,
that was
Air Force
flying
and
on the moment of the
Sometimes all they
accident.
would have is a blank piece of
At the
paper.
time of the second
They
interview,
would give it
he
to them.
reflected better on the
Let him
story
read
and said he
the
would be the
entire
size of
message
the object would
in
be
just
about
30
three
seconds.
times the size of the Citroën
So
DS
we
at
have
the
a debt
time,
that we can never pay back.
maybe
As
200
far
to
as all the
300
codes that were
meters.
broken, uh, we will never know. But
The police
he
said
was
that
wasn't from this planet.
there
And
had passed
how am I
14
supposed to bring it
seconds
up to
between the
media?
moment that
I
he
guess I'll
saw
never know
the
that
enemy
either.
car and the
But
shock.
it was the real
He
deal.
was driving at
Very original
150
show.
kilometers per hour,
Oh,
more or
right now,
less
Dave, he could just
110
say, pull a
miles
dollar
per
out of your
hour.
pocket, and he'd read the serial number to
And
you.
the other car
Easy, easy. He'd tell you.
velocity
He'd tell you
meter
your
had
driver's
become
license plate
blocked at
number,
160 kilometers per hour.
where you live, your phone number, what hospital you were born at, the doctor's name, where the doctor lived. It was really spooky. And he did a radio show for 1 year, 50 years ago, 1974. And I
Okay,
have
so
those radio
after
shows
the
on cassette tape.
accident, there was one
Yeah,
death,
uh,
one
really
very
something else. They did an
um,
experiment in time travel.
one very
They said, we're going to do an
wounded,
experiment and see what happens.
which we'll talk
And
later, and
the
a
security guard,
light wounded
Mount
passenger.
Palomar Observatory, that's in San
The
Diego,
vehicle of the other
the
car
security guard called. He said,
had the body
I want you
completely
to know when you were
mangled,
doing
and the
that
head
experiment,
was found
the
20
clock,
meters
the clock at
further
the
ahead,
observatory, the chronometer
fallen in one of
stopped.
those
It doesn't work anymore.
side um,
And that's a
side
that's
holes
a
on the
good
side of the
clock.
road.
And maybe use it for
Um,
time.
he worked
Uh,
in an
so that was
office of
Mount
constructions. He
Palomar.
was an honest father of
That happened
family. He
exactly
was
when we were
about
doing this
40 years
experiment in
old.
time.
He had this
What's
Citroen about
more,
3 months
we
ago,
figured this
and
out
it was
last
the
weekend.
first car he had. On
We went out
autopsy,
of the
they
airport.
verified that he wasn't drunk.
We flew him
He
back to
didn't
San
drink
Jose.
anything
We
that
had
would
questions. We
make
had to
him
see
lose
him.
his consciousness.
Okay, when he
And
was at the
just
Air
like
Force
Claude
Base in
Dubois,
July
we
of
could verify
1952,
later on
that's
when we
when
find
UFOs invaded
the
Washington
wife of
on
the
July.
deceased. He didn't have any
4th of
reason to
July.
kill himself.
They kept flying,
At
they
this
kept
time of
flying.
the research, we
They had
cannot
the fighter
ask
jets,
because
and they didn't
this
leave. And that was
young
because
person on the
Ben
wheel
was at
would have
Andrews
had the
Air Force
idea
Base.
to
Now,
go
also by some amazing coincidence,
into an accident on purpose
that Mount
against
Palomar
the
Observatory at that
very
exact time,
experienced
its telescope was
Claude
recording
Dubois
3
driving
UFOs
the ambulance.
in the cosmos. They have that on film.
All right, I'm gonna get you to hold on right there because we only have a few seconds.
Okay.
Although remember,
Time travel. Beth
Claude
Harrison,
says that he didn't
in the
remember
super chats. We're gonna
seeing
continue
anyone
with
behind
your
the wheel
questions right after this. Don't forget to shop
of
at
the
our Space Out
Citroen.
Radio store on our website. We do not have ugly swag,
The
people.
wife
Here we go.
of the old man on the ambulance broke the arm. She died a year later. I think it was due to old age, but it was perturbed by the double nervous shock
Second half of
caused
Spaced Out
by
Radio
the
is now
death
underway.
of the
Good to have you with us.
of
My name is
the
Dave Scott.
husband
Very
and
much
by the
appreciate earning
accident.
your listening ears.
The
Reminder to
brother
you
of
that if you missed
Jacques
portions of
of
this show
Claude
or others,
Dubois
check out our free
didn't suffer
archive at
anything.
youtube.com/spaced out radio. You will do me the favor, hit that subscribe button.
So
Our
look at the luck
website,
of this the brother.
spacedoutradio.com.
He
We
was
have a
projected
plethora of features for
in
you.
a fraction
Rock
of
out, almost
seconds
look pretty good in this
before
fire. Check out our swag as
a
well.
wheel,
Follow us on Twitter at
a
Spaced Out
strange
Radio,
wheel,
Instagram at Spaced Out
crashed
Radio Show,
against
and
the
on Patreon
windscreen
in the Space Travelers Club.
and
Final time tonight, Dr. Robert
installed
Shank is here.
itself on his
I'm going
empty
Dragonflies because dragons in
passenger
Marina Del
seat,
Rey
which we
come in
called
all sorts
the
of
dead
civilian
man's
carrier
seat.
aircraft, kites,
Wow, guys, this story is very crazy.
wind sails,
The
everything that is going
the
on. Dr. Shank,
very
thank you for being here.
Thank you for
the
having me. I
big
appreciate it.
wounded person is Claude
Look at
himself.
Finn's reaction.
He never lost consciousness for the 3 hours and 20 minutes that he was blocked inside the ambulance. He couldn't even touch his leg bones
Ironic. None of them are saying these are
that
they're
were
taking it
on
extremely serious.
his on the bench.
2009,
So he had a very big wound on
I
his
went to
hip, guys, I
Boston.
think.
I actually went to
He
Professor
didn't
Lowe's
suffer
office at
anything else.
Boston to
We
give
are
him
going
an
to just
update,
tell a little
and
story
he
here.
wasn't available.
We
And
told you that
he had four
a
people
little
at his front
detail that
desk. I
the
left the
Strode was
information there.
completely deserted,
And then later that
other than
evening,
the
by
two
some
DSs on the
impossible,
accident.
just an impossible
After
synchronicity,
all of
I
this,
ended up
a man came out.
sitting
He
down
didn't know where
with
from.
one of
He
the
arrived by
DEC
car.
agencies,
He passed his
and for
hand
3 hours
on
I
the
told him
door
everything I knew. They're taking it very
and put
serious.
his
I did lectures
hands
at the Air Force Base.
behind the
They're taking
back
it
of
very
John Claude and
serious.
told him,
They
"Don't be
I can't
afraid.
stress that enough.
You're not under any
So
danger.
the
There's
only
already
ones,
someone
there's a
coming
few people now
to
still out
help
there.
you."
They're like, no, these got to be bugs.
Then
I think they got to be bugs. But
Claude
those are completely different
felt
creatures.
himself,
Yes, and less people.
his
But
body.
I used to have a
Oh,
lot
guys,
of
I'm
bug
feeling
people out there.
I'm feeling
Now they're
completely
capable.
entangled because of the
I
story,
expect
guys.
people
Completely,
being
guys. I just
bumped
felt
before a
what this man
helicopter is
told on the story. I
taxiing,
just
and then
felt.
halfway in 30 seconds,
Um,
you'll see it fly by. Or just watch YouTube.
he felt
You
something
can
on his
even,
body,
if you have seizure
something
time,
extraordinary.
punch
He
in
felt a
theoretical places
huge
where they would be
moral
jets over
comfort
Dallas, jets
and a
over San
big
Francisco. Because
calmness
once in a while,
and
jets will fly
assuredness
over a
that
city that
nothing
when they're not supposed to be there.
grave
Like
would
Los
happen
Angeles
to
is not a
him.
military city. But
Nobody
jets
saw
will
this
fly over
man
once in a
when
while.
the
You go off the
first
assumption,
helper
and somebody
arrived,
recorded it and posted
a
it on
deputy
YouTube.
of Paris
And
that
that's
would
what I
help
do, and I find gradually
Claude
people
Dubois.
coming in there.
There was
I
no
find
one
really
else
good,
on the area,
overwhelming, beyond
nor the
extraordinary.
proximities.
This was a court of law.
After the car
Oh
had
my
been
God,
cut
this is
with a saw
beyond.
and electric,
This is beyond an overkill of evidence.
you know,
And it should be that
gas
way. If the science is real,
gas
it is
lighter thing, very
that
strong,
simple.
to cut metal.
So take the
He
driving
was
challenge.
transported to a
And if you're
clinic
lucky enough to actually record a
where
bug, send me that video too. Because I'm
he
trying to
was
develop
clinically
everything. I'm trying to
dead
show comparisons.
for
It's just bug videos are very hard.
3 hours and a
If
half.
you're more of a serious researcher, again, you can get a radar detector,
The surgery
leave
was
it on,
prohibited. They
or
were
just leave it
given to
pointed
him
out your window.
5 minutes of
Surprise the thing
life,
will be
but
firing off for no reason.
3 hours
It
later,
should not be
he
going
was
off
still
when it's
alive.
going on.
The surgeons
That's an
passed the whole
indication that there are
afternoon
dragons
to
flying
put his
outside your
bones
building,
back
outside
in
your
place.
roof.
When they
And
thought
they
that he
will
would
take good
get
care of
worse
you.
at night, on the
It's
next
not that
day in the
hard.
morning,
It's easier than you
however,
think. It's just a matter.
there
It's
was
like opening
still a
the
lot of
biggest
bone
safe in
to
the
put
world.
in
All you need is
place.
the
So
combination.
let's see the surgeries
And
that he
give me the
had.
combination. So it's
Right
not that
foot,
hard. Without the combination, it would be very hard.
All right. Let's
calcaneus
go to another
broken,
question.
Yeah.
right
We got a
femur
bunch of them. You got to try and get
broken
through.
in 4 places and
Jennifer B.
displaced.
Are these ships going from our
A left
oceans to the
femur
sky?
also
Our
broken
militaries
in
or
4 places
ATs?
with an exposed fracture.
Just a couple pieces there.
Well, they
Fractured
are
waist,
on the video. You can clearly
a
see the
cubitus left
Blackhawks and the Coast
broken on
Guard.
his
God
hand.
bless them.
Oh no,
They're
not on
chasing
his,
these
yes,
things
on
to
his
the
arm.
jetty rocks.
A double
On the
fracture
video,
of his nose.
it is hard to see, but you can see them going into the water.
They later found out that he had
And
broken
the
ribs
military just circles.
that were gone
Just keep
inside,
circling.
and that
Hopefully,
these
they're
had
thinking it's got to come out. It's
wounded
got to
the
come
pleura
out.
of his
And
left
sometimes the
lung.
Coast Guard will drop frogmen into the water.
Therefore, guys, John Claude
I have
wakes
that
up
all
on
on
the
video.
next morning
In
of
6
the
years,
accident.
4,000 videos. I
He
have a lot of
stays
videos. I have
then
any
10
imaginable
days on
video
the
you can
clinic.
think of. You could just say
Are you
one
hearing this, guys?
videos of the Coast Guard only.
Squirrels, awesome brother. Good to see you, Jojo.
Only the president's videos.
Yankee Kyle,
Just the police.
Terry brother.
Again,
Wonderful
there's a
guys.
reason why it's
Griff,
on
hope you're
Discovery
enjoying,
Channel.
guys. It's almost done.
Productions at the Air Force Base.
Um,
It is what it is. They're not mine. Like so
So basically, he's completely broken, guys.
Not my
He
UFO
spends 10 days in
experiment.
clinic.
I don't know if they're off planet
On the eighth
or they're from our
days,
future. I'm kind of guessing
he starts
from our
having
future.
belly aches.
Kind of guessing.
Then he's got anesthesia and
All right.
notices that
Yeah.
he's got an internal
Robert,
hemorrhage.
have you
Um,
observed how
his
these things
liver
hang
and
out
his
in certain types of
spleen
bushes? As you
burst.
had one fly
They
past
do
your head
a
bleeding
urgent
from its odd
surgery.
wing pattern.
They do an ablation of
Boy,
his
that's a great
spleen.
question.
They close his
I did
liver.
go down
Six
into the
hour
wetlands
later,
of Marina Del Rey. If you look on Google
after
Maps, it's like
he
600
had
acres of
a
wetlands
second
spread across the
hemorrhagic
waterflies. Glad that it
bleeding.
is because we don't need any more condos or
Um,
apartment buildings.
so basically, guys,
So I did
he's
go down there with
almost
my
dying
camera on
here.
my radar,
He's
my
clinically
radiation
dead for the
detector.
second time. All thought that
And I
it was
did
the end.
record some
He was
dragons
perfectly
flying
lucid
around behind the
and he
bushes.
talked sweetly to
My
his
radar
wife
detector started to
that was
go off,
always next to
and
him
frankly, I said, "Forget
anytime
this.
it
I'm
was
out of
possible.
here." Because gamma radiation's not a joke. It's just not. You don't want them flying
Um,
over your head.
they
That's a
had,
spooky
imagine guys, they
concept.
had to
I
give him 37
Gamma
bottles
radiation's
of
real. You
blood
just don't want anything to do with
at the
radiation to
beginning.
begin with. Do
Since
not assume that they
the
know
beginning,
radiation is dangerous and they're not going to harm you. Do
wow,
not
guys.
assume that. Just
And
keep a safe
usually you can
distance.
only
That's all I
give
gotta say.
14
Volunteer to get too
bottles, I think.
close. Yeah, but so I don't think I
This
have.
was one unique
I
case
really want to experience that.
where this person got
I don't know
36 bottles of blood, guys. At the time, it was bottles.
If you're hanging around radiation, gamma rays,
Um,
that's not going to happen. So, go ahead.
so then
All right,
they
let's go to
don't want to
Dave
do the
Walters.
surgery, but
One of my
after a little
experiences,
bit,
there were four tiny
they
stars
2 days
at
later
10:30 a.m. moving across the sky,
they do the
forming patterns
surgery.
of a square, flat
So it
line,
was a
triangle,
success, the surgery,
or but have
guys.
you seen
It
them
took
moving
several
now?
hours, and 2 days later,
Wow.
John Claude feels the same
No,
belly
no, I
aches.
have not
He
seen
has
that.
the third
That's
internal hemorrhage,
interesting.
guys. Okay, so here, guys, we
That's
can
nice to
see
know. You
that
always keep
he
your
probably
camera
had
ready to
access
go.
to some,
We don't know if those were dragons
radiation or
I do
something like
have a
that
few videos
that
where
destroyed
humans capture three
his
dragons at
tissues on the
once.
inside.
That does happen.
I think that's
I
what
have
happening.
several where there's two dragons in the same video. But four tiny. No, that's just you just need more video.
Okay, so
I have to see the
by
video.
this time,
Maybe
the
I can get
man
a
doesn't
sight
want to
visual
have
of what
the
was
third
going on.
surgery and
But
wants to go
again,
home
just
to die
when aircraft
peacefully
fly over your head, go to planefinder.net.
with his family.
It's free.
The
See
surgery
aircraft
and his wife
immediately. Go
don't
outside
allow
and
that
record it. Take your chances. You'd be surprised.
because they knew that he wouldn't handle the
You'd be
journey.
surprised.
So they insist.
All right, let us go back to Sovereign here. Have you observed
They
these
do a little
rock
bit of
creatures as
blackmail
interdimensional
with
men go through solid
about their
objects?
conscious.
Wow, great
After a
question.
while, he's alone in the room,
Yeah,
and
fortunately,
he tries to
again, after
grab the
4,000
phone with
videos,
his
we
right arm.
gotta have one or two
He
videos.
calls
So
Orly to ask
my
for an
neighbor across the street
airplane
had this
to
big package
transport
delivered,
of patients.
like a
There
cookie
is
or
none.
something. It was in a cardboard box. For some reason, I zoom in
So
on
he
it
knows, and he asks
just to
for them
see
to send
just what my camera
an
couldn't
airplane
tell me.
just
Sure enough,
for
the
him to
dragon,
go
you
home.
can clearly
And
see
then
that
they
on the
ask
video.
for an ambulance to take him
Yeah, they're
to the.
interdimensional. They do travel through solid objects. They do that because
Then
they know how to
they allow him to go away, to go
articulate
home.
when they're
So he arrives
close.
to
And
Orly,
that's
to
what
his
you
house,
need.
still
From
alive.
dimension to dimension,
Seeing
you
his
need
state,
that kind of
the
voltage. That's
the
the
aerial
trick.
company
That's the
refuses to
secret.
transport him
All right,
because they
two
say that
questions
the
from you,
altitude
McCarl
would
here.
be
What
fatal.
is the
He
estimated
has
size
to
of these
sign
dragons?
another
And
letter
have they ever
so
been
that they let
videoed
him
at night?
fly, guys.
Well, they have
The
been
altitude
videoed
didn't
at
kill
night,
him.
but I don't have a
When he
$50,000
arrives,
flare thermo
uh,
camcorder.
they say that
But the
a
Coast Guard and the
wounded
police are always here
passenger
chasing
would
them around.
arrive,
So yeah, they have the
maybe could
video.
be
I don't.
deceased,
Now this is where it
and they
gets hard.
asked for the
Signs.
Red
This is where
Cross
it gets
to
hard.
go there and receive him with an ambulance.
When they're parked.
They said that they would
Hinge
only need
copper
the
bolts
band, the
shaped
band to
like
receive them. to have everyone at the airport. Well, that's funny, guys. So, to their surprise, when they arrive,
Sabe, sabes onde está aquele caminhão de caixa quando tem
não, tens de perguntar à mamã e fecha a porta, que o pai agora está ocupadinho. Pede à mamã, está bem? Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so when he arrives, everybody, all the locals are there to receive him, to send him to the hospital. So when he arrives in the hospital, he's very hungry, and a Dr. Z, a specialist, accompanied with a dozen doctors that always around this patient, declares that this happening is extraordinary, and after they auscultated him, they consider him clinically dead. He's yellow. His vesicle should have bursted due to the pressure during the journey. However, they gave him a chance over 1,000, and they decided to transport him in a helicopter to the hospital of Montpellier. When the helicopter arrives, oh my god, this case is super cool, guys. I'm gonna try to finish up because my battery is finishing up, guys. So when he arrives, he's immediately uh, put into local anesthetic and puncture him with a syringe very thick, and they noticed that his vesicle had just bursted. This opening is the cause of the third hemorrhage internal, so which was not treated. The bile is completely mixed with blood. So um, he's declared death again for the fourth time, but they still give him about 2 hours of living. After that, they do a last surgery. They save his vesicle and they sew it. So Claude is saved again, and he spends 26 days with tubes and on his all over his body. On the moment, there's some fun involved. There really is. Especially when he left to go to his home when he was recovered. The chief of the hospital says that they never seen a case like this, and they never expected the victim to get out of this alive. And I can tell you from my friend in the Air Force who told me about, they're watching my videos at the Congress hearing. He says that he saw this was a complete miracle of this man, and we can expect this if we see that message of that man that went to him when he was inside the car, incarcerated, and says that he's going to be saved. Imagine this person already knew, or this person was just passing by and they thought that it was best to say something like that to a dying person so that this dying person would believe and have motivation to live, guys. Have you seen this? Very interesting, guys, right? In 1973, the commander at NORAD said, look, we had this policy for 20 years. Okay, guys, so let's finish this up. And that will never be told. That will just never be told. Maybe a whistleblower 10 or 15 years, but that will never be told. And if there's some people out there saying, oh, Robert, you're making that up, that's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Maybe I shouldn't even be sharing that with you, but Okay, so then he has a little bit problems on his biliary vesicle, but nothing very grave. And afterwards he got better.
What's gonna
Um,
castle dude? Do you think the dragons are from another universe or dimension?
okay, so his
Definitely,
surgical problems
well,
would be
it's one and the
completely
same. It's definitely
resolved.
another dimension. Again, when you can
Um,
manipulate 100 million votes, you can go from
the
dimension to
transplants, the bone
yeah, that's
transplants,
my theory.
everything
I've given it
that
a
he
lot of
has
thought.
done was
There's
recovering
a
good.
barrier. There's a safety barrier between
Um,
dimensions. Now, this may be kind of tricky. I would say it's a novel paradigm.
now he doesn't walk anymore, and he uses a wheelchair, but he still drives his car.
Extreme high
Um,
voltage can leak into the next
okay,
dimension. If you know how to manipulate high voltage, yeah, you can jump from dimension, you can leapfrog. So absolutely,
so they're
absolutely.
just
And I
talking now
think,
about his
again,
medical
from the future
problems.
would
I'm
be
gonna
another
try and skip
dimension.
this
Yeah,
over, guys.
100%. Highly likely.
All right, Big J would like to know: do
Okay, so this is
chemtrails
getting
play any
interesting
part in
here.
this?
Kind of hard to say. Probably not, but in my
Okay,
opinion,
so something
chemtrails
extraordinary happens again.
are scary, concerning.
But we gotta mention that he
Especially as a
never seen
pharmacist,
anything
very
before
concerned
about
of
these flying
how many
saucers.
inorganic
He
chemicals
only
are in
knew
those things coming
a
down
little
on
bit of
us.
French
It's not good.
because he read
I do what I can. I have a little bit of
journals.
knowledge how to counteract that, how to
Um,
counteract the poison.
he knew about the
But I
flying
can share it with
saucers
you
through
briefly,
what he
just as a
he
public,
read
as a
on the
PSA public
journals, you know.
service announcement.
Um,
Go on Google. So this is not me saying, but the government
it's conscious about his medical
donate. This is
anomaly
through the National Institute of Health (NIA), which is
and
under
what
the
his
CDC.
case represented for
The government
science
published. He will
after
still
this
make
miracle
two blood donations
of
each year.
continuing
Donate your
to
blood
maintain himself
twice a year.
alive.
The risk of heart attack goes
He
down
questioned himself
88%.
about these
Stroke
lights,
disappears
the
33%.
mercury
Just like
white
that, just
lights
by
in the
giving away your
skies,
blood two times a year.
about this man that
There's
came
a
out
couple
of
theories
nowhere
why, but also
and
another
tried to
benefit.
calm him
You throw
down.
away dirty blood, you're throwing away the toxins that you've accumulated for the last 40 or 50 years.
Um,
Because men do not throw away their blood.
so
Women
one
do,
day
but not enough
they
also
were
to make a
alone in their
significant
room
difference.
and a door
So don't believe me, but
and the
look up
window were
the
closed, and
NIH
suddenly they don't know where
report. I've
again
known about
a
this a long
disc in the
time.
form of a
No doctor
ping
will
pong
volunteer
ball
this. Nobody.
with a luminosity
Nobody.
again
Zero.
mercury
So
white
I'm grateful. Pharmacy's been really good to me.
dislocated to the wall in front of their bed.
I don't like.
It
You
started
can't see
moving a little
if
bit.
you
It
have
was
the
like a
medicine.
little orb. It
It's
started
like
moving
there's a
from
lot
one
of
side to the other one,
top secret stuff
staying
with
at the same
UFOs.
distance from him.
There's a lot of top secret stuff.
Very smooth
Kind of resent that.
movements, like it
So if
was
I could help you, start
orchestrated.
with that.
It was
Call me
doing
out
some
on it.
circling.
Blood
He
donations.
was very afraid.
Absolutely.
So
You'd be doing yourself a favor and
um,
someone you love. Read
Will
about it.
Cruz is here,
Yeah.
and he would like to know: are UFO scout ships
he
craft
tried to
the
call
same or
someone,
similar
but he
to
couldn't
these
open his
dragon
mouth.
UFOs?
He tried
Yeah,
to
they're the same
extend
thing.
his arm to
The
grab
scout ships, UFO scout ships. Yes.
his
The scout ships are
his
doing
cane
recon. That's what
to
this is.
to get
They're
up, but he
reconning
couldn't.
us.
He couldn't move.
Again, these dragons,
He
they
started
escort
then to
larger
look what was happening around
larger
him.
UFOs. I'm sorry.
He had
Escort
his
larger
eyes
UFOs.
fixed and a
By the
little
way,
bit
that
glassed
don't want to shoot
eyes.
at a UFO. As I just explained
In a
to you,
few
they cross the
seconds,
ship every day.
he got very calm and serene.
Fighter jets.
Then he grabbed
Shoot
his
at
opened
a UFO, and they
his
will return fire.
shelf on the side of
Most
his
likely
bed
you will not survive.
with,
Now,
and he
last
took
year with the
3
Chinese balloon,
papers.
one that was
During this time,
airspace,
the disc continued to
our
move
fighter jet
itself.
said, "I try to miss
Afterwards,
when I miss."
he started to establish a telepathic dialogue with this disc. Meanwhile, before, he was writing, not knowing why. It was then that the disc gave him a number of a code that would permit him to go with them if one day he would want to. They also told him that the accident that he had was on purpose and that the other vehicle that he shocked was controlled. He had been an experience about the metabolism of the human body, having itself protected on one side and not the other. After the disc vanished, we asked him how. In this respect, we made him the same questions as a ufologist, and we got to this conclusion. The disc completely disappeared, just like the luminous um, ball on his TV. Just like when you turn off a TV and the light goes out, that's how the UFO disappeared. Later on, when his wife arrived, she tells us the story. She thinks that he's crazy and he calls Dr. Z, chief of the psychiatric service. He sends an intern and he listens to our thing about this case. He believes in him, just like you believe in someone that you don't want to go against. 10 minutes later, the own doctor, informed by the greatness of the situation, submits him to an psychiatric exam, the first exam. Electroencephalogram and the tests reveal are of spirit. The next day, between other books, the wife brings him a book about UFOs. He reads it and compares it with their advances. Mainly the drawing that represented a sphere with a ring. Oh my God, what is this? So he compares it to the drawing that he had drawn that day that he was on his bed. During the telepathic control, he decided to write the author of the book, telling him his story. This skeptic responds to him that he had been given him a code of a number that would be used to make the UFO appear, and at a certain time and hour, he would believe in it. Claude, then judge, thought it was impossible, thought on the number, and the impossible happened. The ufologists in question that never would remind nor the day of or the place was walking on a Sunday with his wife, and both saw a huge ball in the sky. We won't say where, but it would say we can say that this place had a lot of witnesses that when they were returning home, they noticed at this time and date corresponded to what was said on the letter. The time passed, and Claude came to live on the same city as this ufologist. This change was made because of the climate and also to to restart his life. After everything, the two men would find themselves again, and later on, um, the ufologist made him do a big journey to take the Professor XXX, a big psychiatrist, together with the courts so that they would do another exam, which was very profound. And once again, they noticed that he was perfect in his mental health state. Um, Frequently, on the conversation, they would talk about this term white mercury to define the luminosities of those inexplicable lights. It was like that the term have occurred in our narrative. However, on the second interview, we tried to compare with the term neon, which Claude Dubois thought it could be more to its exposition. Before examining, Dr. X asked him if if he thought that the flying saucers used a mechanic system to lift off or to dislocate themselves in space, or if this dislocation was made by the action of a thought. Because he didn't have much uh, um, knowledge about psychiatric problems. Mm, okay. With his calculations, he couldn't invent them. He only responded that he was convinced that they had a mechanism, this mechanism of the flying saucer. The professor then received him and was happy to see the two papers that he had basically he had written on those pages how he thought that was the propulsion system of these discs, flying saucers, guys. Wait, this is amazing, guys. Okay, let me just read this. Wow, guys. Wow. So, guys, look at this not Mandela effect, this synchronicity, guys. Dr. X made a copy of those 3 pages of the patient, and later on, guys, he shows those 3 letters to an investigator that was doing investigation on propulsion systems, very advanced propulsion systems. Knew that this information of this contactee would be used for someone that was doing studies on this matters, guys. Amazing, right?
SOR fan party. Gotta let us know. info@spacedoutradio.com. Tickets are $100 for a VIP. You're gonna get
Okay, so they're now gonna talk about these 3 pages, guys. It's gonna be 1 page, guys, 2 pages that I'm gonna talk about. 2 pages about those 3 pages that he drawn, and he says that we are sorry to Claude, but we are gonna have to divulge these 3 pages that he gave Dr. X that revealed the luminous disk. The device is spherical. The top half the sphere lets to transpire the light. There is a ring that is guys, do you guys understand that these orbs that they're talking are very similar to the orbs of the Skinwalker Ranch, that orb with the double donuts on each side? You can see there's a ring surrounding the sphere, and um, and that is essential that this ring doesn't touch the spheres. So where's the drawing, guys? They don't give us a drawing. No, they don't give us a drawing, guys. Let me see. I may be going to another page. So basically,
Night, the SOR Space Travelers Club. CSIS is your password. Use it wisely, space travelers, as the clam sets the password each and every night right here on Spaced Out Radio. Our
okay.
website, spacedoutradio.com.
Okay, so
We
then
have
he
a
went
plus
to
sign
do
feature.
another tour.
Twitter at Spaced Out Radio, Instagram at Spaced Out Radio Show, and on Patreon, the Space Travelers Club. It's that time of the night where we say hello to
Um,
Steve Stockton from Among the Missing and another. Friends, welcome to Among the Missing
okay.
YouTube channel on Spaced Out Radio. I'm Steve Stockton, and I'm about to take you on an unbelievable journey with people just like you. Their stories and encounters will haunt us on Among the Missing.
Okay, guys.
July 1st, 2010. American Outlaw Club said Eric
Okay, so then his wife says that she woken many times during the night when he was talking alone during his sleep. He would wake up with a strong headache. Um, okay, so they're going a little bit. Claude didn't want to sell his adventure to gain money. Um, he eventually left town. Um, they say they try to be as most correct with information. Okay, then there's a list. He says that these beings are benevolent. Um, they talk about the telepathic. They say that the extraterrestrials dominate absolutely our brain, since the mechanism more simple to all of what we think, it's more intimate. So we have to say that it's revolting and traumatizing, and sometimes even mad, you know. And then they talk us to another book which is called Brain Traffic. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me just say hello to everyone. Dogman, thank you very much. Carrie, sorry I didn't talk to you very much, guys, now, but I was doing the case. Um, Medicine Bear Claw Ramona, thank you for having you. I will subscribe to you later if I'm not. Big Chief, Jojo. Um, Great to have you guys. Real Fruity Loops, thank you for coming. Squirrels, Magnets, Terry Brother. Um, Yankee Kyle, Bud Files, Griff, Midwest. Great to have you, brother. Send a big hug to Jane, please, for me. Big hugs to you, Carrie. Please drive on the right place, on the right side of the road when you come to Europe, sister. Dogman, Tennessee. Sorry I didn't say hello to you, brother. Big shout out to my awesome brother, Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. Really love you, brother. Very happy when I see you. Occam's Razor, great to have you. Michelle Grimmer, my conscience, great to have you, sister, as well. Have Buddy Biggs, Faced the Ace, Discovering Dorset the Shea Way. Awesome to have you, Buddy Biggs. Hyde Homestead, Talca Detector, Grande Abrazo, amigo. BJ's Adventures, love you, brother. Photos, big hugs, sister. And Photos wants to send big hugs to Danny Staton. Don't forget photos of anxiety, photos against anxiety, Danny Staton. She's sending you a big hug, and see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed, guys. This was chapter 19, Jack Perrin, UFO Mystery, and a little hike. I gotta go and help my wife and my kids. Love you very much.